Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to make the lovebirds. I thought that maybe I could pass these as the 2 turtle doves in the 12 Days of Christmas. So today is a 2-for-1 deal because you're going to learn how to do both of these. Both pinwheels to start in the counterclockwise direction. You take the bottom left and you fold it up along where the white meets the color. You take the bottom right and fold it where the crease already is. Take the top right and you fold it, but you make a new crease about, oh, I don't know, 1/4 of the way of the square, so that you can still see a little coming out the edge like that on the side. Like that, and then you take the top left and you fold it where the crease is, but you slip it underneath that little edge that you just made. So it should look like that. Now you have on the right side you have a top flap that's full and a bottom flap that's like half. Take the bottom half, the bottom flap, and you do a little squash fold. So where you just folded it where the white meets the color, just reverse that one and open it up like that, and that'll make a square. And then you can fold this one back up. Now you take the top flap and you just fold it straight down. So that you're starting to make the body of the bird. And then you take this and you tuck this corner down. So you tuck it in, but you know how with most of them you tuck it into the bottom? Now you just want to tuck it into the first layer here, so just fold it back upon itself, like so that both sides are touching, and then you have this free space here. Alright, so now you have something that looks like this, which is a little bit weird, but we're almost there. Take this top layer and you make an inside reverse fold. So what you do is you take this top corner and you fold it inside itself there. So what you can do is you can do like a regular squash fold like that, and then just fold it up like that. So I'll show that again. You have everything pointing up top now. Then you want everything pointing down, but you want it on the inside of the flap there. So the way you do that is do a squash fold. So you take this corner and you fold it in there, and you make 2 little mountain folds like that to make the edges poke out like that. And then you do a valley fold where the white meets the color. And now you're making the head. Now to make the beak, you want to do the same thing, but opposite. So you have a little edge here. You can open that up a little bit and then squash it down. So there's no particular place to make this, you just want to make it so you make a beak shape. Now you have the head all done. See? Then you need to just fix up the body a little bit. So then you just take all the edges and you tuck them in to the little pockets here, like you always do with this origami painting. And you just tuck it in like that. Now to me that's basically done. But you do one more thing. You just kind of make this blue part skinnier by pinching that part in, and that'll just make this part look more like tail feathers. So this is the male. Well, it's not necessarily the male, but in my opinion it looks more like the male. It's looking back over its shoulder at its mate. So now let's make that mate. A female lovebird starts very similarly to the male. So you take this one and you fold it up like that. And now you can just go ahead and take that and do that squash fold. So you fold where the crease is on both sides. You do mountain folds where the white meets the color on both sides. And then you should have an easy squash fold. Like you take this top one, fold it down where the crease is, and then you should see you have two pointing that way. One pointing that way, one pointing that way. Then you take the one that's now on the top and to the left, and I guess it hasn't moved yet, but you take it and then you open it up completely. So there should be a crease over here on the diagonal, and you open that up, and same thing on the other side. So now it'll look like that. So I'll show that again. So you'll have a pinwheel spoke going that way. You see some white on this side, but on the other side you should see all of the color. So all you do is just stick your finger in there and flatten it out. Like that. Now you take this bottom blue part and you fold it up. So you fold it this edge, this corner, up to where the white meets the blue, or the white meets the color. And you just fold it right in half like that. Alright, now you take this side and you fold it along the middle, just so that it folds back that way. Make sure you're still on the right track. Now you take this edge and you can fold it underneath. You want it to fold it on the top layer again, so don't fold it so that it's locked in there. Just fold it on the top layer, just so it's tucked away. You lift this little edge up, just to get it out of the way for a second. Now you get this bottom edge and you fold it up like a valley fold, so that this corner now meets the corner of the square, like that. Then you fold this back down to lock it in. So now you see a nice white shape that's continuous the whole way, and just two colored triangles. Now you want to do two mountain folds on this triangle right here, up on the top left. So you fold this corner down to the center of the square, and then you fold this corner down to the center of the square. So you bisect the triangles. The square, that's going to be the head. Now you take this edge and you just fold it over like that, and that'll make up the wing. You take this flap that's hanging over the edge of the square and you can tuck it in. You can tuck it in so it's locked. Now we shape the head. So the way we shape the head is we make a little beak just by taking this the second flap that we folded down to make the square for the head, and you fold it back up to make the beak like that. Then you shape the head to make it more round, so you just fold in the little corners like that. This will also make the beak a little skinnier, like that. Alright, almost done now, home stretch. Now we take this bottom layer, you sneak it up over to the top, then you open it up like you did before so that you see all the blue part. And now what you do to make it just basically tuck away is you take this edge and you fold it in half like that. So you just fold it to the center fold. So then after you do that, you fold it back in. So you fold these two mountain folds and you fold it in like that. So it'll make it look like that. Then all you do is you take this and you fold it down like that to make the body of the bird. So, you know, you just want to put it basically where the breast of the bird should end and fold it down. And then this line, this blue line should line up with the edge of the square. Then you have this little extra hanging over, and you just fold it underneath and tuck it in to lock it in. And now, just to make the bird look a little bit more in motion, you take the wing, the top wing, and you push it up a little bit. Then you pinch it where you want it. So make sure that it's not going over, because you still want to see the tip of the wing. So you push it up to where you think it looks best, and then just squash it down like that, wherever it lies. So that's the finished bird there, like that. So there are two birds looking at each other. So I think of it like the female bird coming up this way, and then the male bird looking back over its shoulder at her. And then you should definitely put some dots to make the eyes, so they actually look like they're looking at each other. Alright, thanks for hanging in there. I hope you're able to make these 2 lovebirds or 2 turtle doves. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens. Can we stop now, Dave? And a partridge in a pear tree.